Well, welcome to United View. Welcome to a road trip. You know what? Feels like ages since we've done a road trip. It does. I don't know why. Why haven't we?
Because we were in Cyprus.
It was in Cyprus, and then what happened? Why? There was a home game, so we was at the studio.
Oh, no, I think we was already in Manchester for that other game.
Yeah, but no. What?
Yeah, last game.
All right.
Against.
No, Everton. We was in the studio. That's why.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. But because normally even on the Euros or something there would be a road trip, but because we was already in Manchester this week, and then there was
Everton, yeah.
And then Cyprus, so that's why it's been like
it all makes sense. Anyway, it is a road trip, and we are on our way to Old Trafford. It's Manchester United taking on Newcastle United. It's 5th against 6th in the Premier League, and it is a massive, massive game, man. I've been speaking to some people. Not gonna say who. But Newcastle will be at it. That's what I do know. First whistle, they are going to be pressing. They're going to be on it, is what I've been told. And I think it's going to be a really, really difficult game, this. I think we've got to be pretty clinical in front of goal. There's not going to be no getting 30 chances this time against like an Ammonia. You're not going to get that many chances against a stubborn Newcastle side. A Newcastle side who are in their groove. A Newcastle side who are, very confident right now. And they're trying to, get on that train of crashing the top 6. These are the sorts of things that Eddie Howe will challenge them to do. If we go off what they did against Liverpool earlier in the season, okay, they lost the game 2-1, but they gave Liverpool a right run for their money. And I know we're not Liverpool, and Liverpool are going through their issues or whatever, but what I'm saying is that you can't underestimate this Newcastle team. They're very resilient. They're very hard to beat. They don't concede a lot of chances. And they really can hurt you. I think Alan St-Maximin is out of the game, which is a plus for us, a plus for Diogo Dalot. But they will be on it. You saw what they did against Man City at home as well. They played really well against them, 3-1 up at one stage, and unlucky not to win the game. So look, it's going to be a tough game. But on us, we got to show up. We got to be intense. We got to have that right energy about our game. We have to get after them as well. We got to earn the right to play right from minute one. We can't have no slow starting. Eric Ten Hag did say in the presser to us against Omnia afterwards that, Martial could be available. But my feeling is that even if he is available, I think he'll still start on the bench and maybe get some minutes off the bench. Hopefully he can just be on the bench at least. At least we know then he's back and can play some part. Rafael Varane was obviously on the bench in the last game as well, and on the bench against... Was he on the bench against Ammonia? I can't remember. I think he was. But he was training on his own anyway when we was there at Carrington. But hopefully that's a whole week in the bag. Obviously he didn't play against Ammonia, so hopefully he's now back to full fitness. So he's only missed one game really, technically 2, but he did come on against Everton and actually saved us, to be fair. Stop Pickford from scoring. So hopefully Rafael Varane's back to fitness. Interesting at right back because Diogo Dalot is looking leggy, and he's been quite sloppy in the last couple of games. And I think it's just a natural fatigue. He's playing a hell of a lot of games. Don't get me wrong, he's fit as a fiddle. Touch wood, even though it's not wood. You know what I'm saying? But I know you always say that. You always say touch wood, but it's not wood. But he is very robust and doesn't often break down with injury. But it's showing in his game. I think he's just getting a little bit slack, a little bit careless on the ball, a few mistakes, and just not his usual self. He was poor against Everton, and I don't think he was very good against Ammonia as well. He could have been a little bit better there. But it's a chance for him to go again, and hopefully he can find another gear to go up, because he's going to have to be at it. Whoever's on that left-hand side, if it's not St-Maximin, then he's still, whether it's, I don't know who they got, Ryan Fraser, Almiron, I don't know who it'll be, but he's got to be at it, and there can't be any excuses. Luke Shaw, I think Luke Shaw needs to start this game. It's not about agendas, it's not about what's going to happen in the summer and contract. It's about here and right now. And right now, Luke Shaw has done well in the games where he's come in. He's been calm and composed on the ball, and he's been making substitute appearances as well. And every time he's come on, he's done well. And I think he played against Everton as well, and was arguably should have been man of the match against Everton. Really. Obviously went to Casemiro. So Luke Shaw, I think, has earned the right to start in this game. So I think he'll play instead of Malacia. Let Malacia get a little rest and build back up his confidence. Again, wasn't amazing against Ammonia midweek. And then again, the subs made, and he combines with with Jadon Sancho and was doing well. Left hand side, Marcus Rashford. Again, I think he just carries on. I think Jadon Sancho will still be on the bench. Rashford will almost certainly be playing. in my opinion, 100% will be playing. Unless there's an injury, I can't see him not playing. Him against Trippier is going to be a very, very good battle. You know, one that I'm looking forward to seeing. Rashford's going to have to be at it. You know what Trippier is like as well. He can get forward, he can put crosses in the box as well. And he can make things happen. And we don't want to be giving away silly set pieces as well on the edge of our box, because you don't want Kieran Trippier standing over those. Midfield, look, we know there's no Scott McTominay, so again, almost 100% it's got to be Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno. They need to be at it. Bruno's another one, because yeah, we saw Matty giving it, you know, Bruno Guimaraes over Bruno Fernandes. Can the real Bruno please stand up? Because I tell you what, this is a game where Bruno's our Bruno. We need him. You know, we've needed in the last few games. He hasn't been quite at it. Yes, he'll have that magical ball, that one pass that creates a goal, and that's great, you know, but his overall game, I think we need a little bit more. We need a little bit more from. Probably unlucky not to get a couple of assists against Ammonia. I think he was, you know, yeah, he was a little bit wasteful against Ammonia, and we're looking for more, but he did set through Rashford a couple of times and could have had a different game and had a couple of assists. But even away from that, you know, not in that isolation, I'll be honest, we need more from Bruno, don't we? We need him to be keeping the ball better. We need him to be contributing more. And I think he'll admit that himself. You know, since he signed that contract, his performances have been up and down like this. You know, we haven't really got that level of consistency out of him. And Eriksen is our most consistent midfielder and our best midfielder right now, in my opinion. Hence, he's played all the games apart from the last one. So, you know, we need Bruno. You know, he's our captain, he's our leader in the absence of Harry Maguire, and we need him to start, you know, taking care of his own performances and doing what we know he's best at, which is, you know, getting on the end of things and making things happen in the final third. That's the Bruno we need, and hopefully he can show it in a game where there's a lot of talk and hype over the other Bruno, Bruno Guimaraes, who, you know, obviously the Newcastle fans are really taking a liking to. He is a good player. He's doing well. He's in a good little purple patch right now, and all of a sudden there's this narrative that, you know, they've got the better Bruno. Well, I'll tell you what, the real Bruno stand up. This is where Bruno Fernandes says, this is my backyard, this is Old Trafford, I'm Man United captain in this game, hold this Bruno Guimaraes. You know what I mean? Battle of the Brunos. But it is more than that. We have to be on it. And one thing about Newcastle is they do defend very well, whether it's Sven Botman and Dan Burn back there at target, obviously Kieran Trippier, Nick Pope in goal. You know, they are stubborn. I know Joe Linton was on the bench the last game, I believe, but again, you know, in midfield, they're grafters, they're working hard. Yeah, you can say quality-wise, you know, we should still have better players, but, you know, they're working incredibly well under Eddie Howe. And this is going to be a really tough game. I think they're going to be on us. I think we're going to have to be clinical, because I don't think we're going to get chance after chance after chance. And I think there's going to be hardly anything in this. This is a really tough game, another banana skin. But if we win it, again, it just builds that confidence, get a little bit of daylight between us and Newcastle. I think they're 1 point behind us as well in 6th. So we really have to win this game. We don't want to draw. We have to win this game. Man United 2, Newcastle 1, really, really close. Could even be a draw, but I want to be positive. So smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what your starting team would be. Make sure you join Owen, KG, Mina and Paolo on the match view as well, and we'll be coming at you with fan views from Old Trafford as well. Come on United, I'm out of it. Peace.